Hello, and thanks for joining us today. We're very excited for today's webinar. It's titled 3 Bright Ideas in 30 Minutes. And our panel of Mercent experts will highlight immediate actions you can take to drive holiday sales. With that, I'll introduce our presenters. We've got Eric Best, Chairman and CEO of Mercent, Anthony Garino, Mercent's Director of Shopping Programs, Dan Meyer, Mercent's Director of Marketplace Services, and Paul Connors, Product Manager with Mercent. Today they'll be talking through several key topics. First, we'll start off with the 2012 holiday selling season. Then we'll give you a quick overview of Mercent. And then we'll jump right into Mercent's 3 targeted solutions: Google Shopping and Google Retail Promotions, repricing on Amazon, and then how to access more channels. After that, we'll give you a quick overview of how to get started, and then we'll answer your questions. So with that, I will hand it off to Eric.
Great. Thanks, Danny. And thanks, everyone, for attending the session today. We're pleased you could join us. I'm going to kick off the session here with just a few brief comments about Mercent. And we're going to start first with a few facts representative of your holiday opportunity working with us as your partner. So we're expecting, when we look at our data, that organic e-commerce growth is going to come in somewhere between 15 and 17%. We've seen a little bit of deceleration in growth maybe in the last 2 to 4 weeks, but generally speaking, we're very optimistic and positive about the holiday at a macro level. Interestingly, when we look at Q4 of last year, our clients were very active on the beta version of Google's product listing ads program, which is, all of you probably know at this point, is driving Google Shopping program, the Google Shopping program. And we saw sales from PLA last year peak at 38% of total paid search sales from Google. And this was before Google had launched the program officially and began deprecating the free listings from Google Product Search. So we think that PLA and Google Shopping, including the new announcement that Google made this morning that Anthony's going to talk about here in a bit, retail promotions, will have a big impact on our clients' e-commerce sales this holiday. Also, we're seeing 41% of Amazon's total unit volume come from third-party merchants, which is growing for us at between 50 and 60% year over year. Big opportunity there. And when we apply our repricing algorithms and tools to Amazon sellers, we're seeing some profound revenue growth, in some cases 6 or 7x top-line growth on the channel. So let me just remind you or introduce you to Mercent if you're new to the company, where we operate in the e-commerce ecosystem. We operate a SaaS platform built to make our retail clients more visible, competitive, and profitable across the web and digital devices. We are serving a portfolio of more than 500 national retail brands. That's up from just over 400 a year ago today. So really healthy growth and adoption of our software services. And if you want to think about our platform in terms of the data that we manage, there are 4 big data sets that we're aggregating and making actionable for our customers. We're integrating with your real-time storefront catalog and warehouse data. We're combining that with the real-time output of our own proprietary analytics system. We're combining those with the feedback from channels that would include actual ad spend as well as orders flowing from third-party shopping carts like Amazon and eBay. And most recently, and potentially most important, we've added real-time market intelligence to our platform. So we're now helping our clients monitor the competition across the web with regard to product availability, price, but also seller reputation, shipping cost, shipping speed, and other variables that determine your competitive stature on the web. So while that's the entirety of our platform, today we're going to focus on 3 targeted solutions that you can adopt within the next few months that will have a direct positive impact on your holiday. These are opportunities that involve quick execution and immediate results through a Mercent partnership. They're designed to solve for very specific e-commerce challenges that you may be facing without necessarily a major technology commitment to a Mercent partnership. But ultimately, the investment that you make that's incremental in these targeted solutions will position you to expand into a broader Mercent retail product family relationship down the road. So let's get into it. To start off, I'll hand things over to Anthony Guarino to talk about these Google programs I mentioned a moment ago. Google Shopping, which of course launched officially on June 28th, and which we've been managing for some time, and Google Retail Promotions, which we're also active in, which was just announced by Google through a googlecommerce.blogspot.com blog post at 9 a.m. this morning. So if you're not familiar with Google Retail Promotions, we're going to kick things off by introducing you to a brand new Google program today. Anthony?
Thanks, Eric. As Eric mentioned, Google Shopping is top of mind for all retailers during their holiday preparation. Today we're going to talk about some recent trends we've seen in the marketplace, some opportunities, and some platform upgrades here at Mercent to help retailers better compete during the holiday. So first off, beginning yesterday, Google has officially transitioned all traffic over to their new commercial model. At this point, Google Product Search no longer exists, and all listings on Google are now paid. With that in mind, we've also seen trends around mobile. Mobile participation continues to grow, mobile search continues to expand rapidly, and Google Shopping offers new opportunities in mobile. Next, we've also seen at a high level that product listing ads have delivered higher conversion rates for our retailers than normal non-branded search ads. This allows you to have more efficient use of spend during the holiday season. Here's some recent trends here that we've seen for 50 retailers that we've studied that have been active with Mercent on Google product listing ads for 15 months or more. These graphs begin in week 22, as Eric mentioned, when Google officially announced the transition to Google Shopping. In terms of cost per click trends, we've seen that overall, Google Shopping is getting more competitive. New retailers have launched, there's increased competition in the marketplace, and as a result, the AdWords auction is getting more competitive, and cost per click trends have increased coming into holiday. Now on the positive, we have seen that Google Shopping has helped increase average order values for our retailers. That's because with Google Shopping, you're able to be more efficient with your spend. You're able to better target your best performing products and better target the most relevant queries that you'd like those products to search on. So although there may be more cost per click as more retailers have entered the space, we're also seeing you can be more efficient with that spend and ultimately more efficient with your holiday budget. So what does it take to succeed on Google Shopping? Success overall requires very close coordination of feed management and AdWords campaign management. Both efforts need to be done in coordination, as there's many data attributes in the feed that are responsible and ultimately can help drive success of your Google Shopping campaigns. Next, we want to reiterate that product data quality needs to be a constant focus for all retailers. Product data quality is a major driver of quality score in Google Shopping and can derail a campaign during holiday. Next, it's important to structure your AdWords campaigns for Google Shopping to allow for granular product bidding on your best performers. This is probably not a best approach for every product in your catalog, but during holiday, you're going to want to have increased visibility for best products, best brands, best categories, or other products in the feed that need additional exposure. And finally, as we've shown, although competition is increasing on Google Shopping into holiday, continue to push aggressively on campaign growth. Google continues to test new ad layouts, and there's constantly new opportunities for retailers to create additional visibility for their products. So obviously, Google Shopping is a huge opportunity for all retailers. At Mercent, we've prepared a comprehensive tool set to provide retailers with a full-scale solution for Google Shopping management. The Mercent Retail Platform allows you to manage your campaigns and your data feed content in a single comprehensive user interface. We're also able to send incremental updates more quickly and more reliably to Google using the Google Content API for Shopping. So you can, with the Google Content API for Shopping, we can send product updates as quick as every 15 minutes to Google as products, price, and inventory on your website change. We also allow you the ability to view and manage your product listing ads performance at the campaign, ad group, ad, and product target level. With Mercent and our tracking tags, you're also able to see not only metrics about conversion in those individual levels, but also which products have been clicked by ad group or ad, and also which products were ultimately converted on site from those clicks. That helps you scale your program on Google Shopping. And finally, with Mercent, you get the ability to leverage the knowledge and expertise of a market leader and active Google partner. As Eric mentioned, Mercent's been working with Google over the past few months on an exciting new opportunity called Google Retail Promotions. We'll talk a little bit more about that opportunity and how that affects and can affect all holiday shoppers this season. So we've run through Google Shopping very quickly here, and there's a lot more we can talk about. Please give us a call here at Mercent, and we can talk through additional details of how Google Shopping will affect your holiday strategy. Myself or colleagues can answer questions about how you can better incorporate or better scale your Google Shopping campaign. It's as simple as 3 easy steps. Simply add Mercent tracking tags to your site, send Mercent a basic product feed. We can optimize that feed for better performance on Google Shopping. And then finally, link your Google accounts to our software platform. Next, we'll talk about the exciting new Google Retail Promotions program. As Eric mentioned, this program just launched publicly today, and we're pleased to already have the tools in place to fully support this for all retailers. So this is a brief display of what a promotion will look like, or does look like now, on the new Google Retail Promotions opportunity. This is a screenshot of a product from the Google Shopping portal on google.com. As you can see, Google Retail Promotions allows you to display product-level promotions on the Shopping tab. So this helps you create additional visibility for your products on Google Shopping. It helps you differentiate your products against competitors, and ultimately helps provide greater click-through rates and conversion rates during holiday. Now next, for those retailers with eligible catalog or in-store promotions, Google Retail Promotions also offers the great opportunity to list these promotions for additional visibility on either Google Offers or the Google Maps mobile application. This screenshot is an offer for a Mercent client currently listed on the Google Offers property. Using Google Offers, you can create additional opportunity to message your promotions during holiday. So what does it take to get going on Google Retail Promotions? Since it's brand new today, I'm sure you'll have many questions that are specific to your individual holiday strategy. Please give us a call here at Mercent. We've developed a quick and easy process to get promotions live on Google. First, we've developed a worksheet that retailers can fill out to enable us to help build promotion campaigns. Simply sending that worksheet to Mercent will allow our team of trained specialists to build promotions and best target those promotions on Google Shopping. And finally, we can help assist in tracking the results of each promotion. So next up, I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Dan Myers, who's going to talk a bit more about repricing on Amazon and its effect on your overall holiday return.
Thanks, Anthony. Thanks, everyone, for joining. Before I talk about Mercent's pricing solution, I want to mention that the product detail page on Amazon is their most important piece of real estate. And merchants who have optimized their feed data to make sure they're visible and selling alongside their competitors on the detail page are best positioned to succeed. Mercent clients come to us with 60 to 70% attach rates, and we have improved those to close to 100% with our platform. Our matching application, our feed optimization software, our error resolution center, and our team of marketing managers. Price point at that point then becomes the leading driver in gaining entry into that coveted buy box space in the upper right-hand corner of your page, where 95% of the sales volume comes from. The Mercent Price Optimizer is a best-in-class, easy-to-use, highly automated, rules-based application designed to push your sales volume. We've seen up to 700% sales volume increases for our repricing clients. In this case study, the blue line represents a sales lift for a Mercent client once they launched our Price Optimizer. Their sales increased 70%, gross profit jumped 60%, with only a nominal change in profit margin shown by that dotted line. In this second case study, we have yet another client who increased 33%, so slightly less than client A. However, their margin remained relatively flat. The Price Optimizer is designed to increase total gross margin dollars in a scalable, sustainable way. Here at Mercent, we're advising clients, somewhat controversially, that for the Amazon channel, they should focus on gross margin dollars, represented by that pink line, and that average order value doesn't matter in a lot of cases. You shouldn't care about price point relative to margin percentage or AOV, but instead look for ways to leverage the immense traffic on Amazon to increase your overall margin dollars. Having said that, this type of disruptive change may not be for everyone just yet, and so our application does allow for upper and lower bounds on price point. With just 5 minutes, folks, to talk about repricing, can't go into all of the details, but we're certainly happy to go as deep as you'd like on the subject, talk about your situation, holiday strategy, so just give me a call. The bottom line is this: if you're not a Mercent client but are currently selling on Amazon, we can get you up and running within days without a full integration. We link your Mercent retail account to your Amazon seller account, upload a catalog file with a handful of required fields, create your pricing program from there.
Hey Dan, it's Eric. I just want to add one additional comment here. Something that's sometimes overlooked with our platform is our ability to provide reports that include competitive intelligence as well as calculated price as exportable data from the Mercent retail platform. And we're seeing an increasing number of even offline use cases where that competitive intelligence becomes really critical to our retail customers. So this information is important not only in driving improvements in your Amazon sales performance, but also your overall retail performance across your e-commerce business and even your offline brick-and-mortar business.
Thanks, Eric. So with that, let's turn it over to Paul Connors to talk about some other exciting and accessible channel opportunities.
Thanks, Dan. And hello, everybody. I'm Paul Connors, a product manager here at Mercent, focused on our marketplace offerings. And I'd like to share with you some quick ideas you can pursue to maximize the visibility and performance of your products this holiday season. Throughout the year, Mercent's core value proposition is to make our clients visible, competitive, and profitable wherever consumers shop. Eric's opening touched on this overview, and Dan's presentation touched on the fact that the very first step is visibility. Mercent makes you visible through a single integration of your data into the Mercent retail platform. We then use this data to reach out to the best marketplace and shopping channels. So let's look more deeply at the related data flows to understand where you can take some quick steps to improve your holiday results. Looking at the left side of the screen, we see the integration that Mercent sets up with each of our merchants based on the initial access they have requested to online channels. We also take the necessary order transaction processing if the merchant plans to connect to marketplace channels like Amazon, eBay, or Sears, and the necessary tracking if the merchant would like to take advantage of a shopping channel like Google. And then, looking at the right side of the screen, we set up the product data distribution to the initial marketplace or shopping channels the merchant would like to access. For marketplace channels like Amazon and eBay, we also set up the necessary order transaction processing. For shopping channels like Google, we set up the necessary tracking for order attribution. The keys to what we can quickly pursue for the holidays are based on these foundational elements contained within Mercent Retail: your product data, the order processing flow, and tracking for attribution. So let's take a look at how these foundational elements relate to your opportunities this holiday. Most of the people on this call are savvy in the workings of online retail, so we'll skip past the basics and look at the deeper details of these opportunities. And since we're talking about the holiday season, let's use some ornaments to represent the leading online channels where these opportunities exist. If Mercent is already distributing your information to Amazon, let's get together and talk before the holiday about the potential of Fulfilled by Amazon, or FBA. FBA is a great Amazon program in which you stop your inventory to one of the fulfillment centers, and they handle the picking and packing, tracking, and 24/7 customer service. You benefit from Amazon's negotiated transportation costs. Free, super saving, and prime shipping is called out in your listings. And very importantly, Amazon serves as your inventory cloud during the holidays. They build out the infrastructure. You use as much as seasonal needs require, with the option to shut it down post-holiday. Lastly, your Mercent integration gives you the ability to automatically switch back to your own inventory should your product run out at the Amazon Fulfillment Center. Your listing stays up and automatically switches back to FBA fulfillment when you restock at Amazon.
Hey, Paul, before we move on, just a couple of other thoughts on FBA for our listeners today. It's sometimes not clear to our customers that Fulfillment by Amazon can be used to fulfill orders that originate on our clients' own e-commerce websites. So we see a number of interesting use cases that that fall out when the storefront is involved, but Amazon holds the inventory and fulfills for the merchant. One is that merchants can use FBA as basically contingent capacity, warehouse capacity during Q4 and only during Q4. We've seen interesting cases where items that are particularly bulky and heavy and are costly to ship are actually more cost-effective through Amazon's negotiated rate cards with carriers. And then we've also seen scenarios where a retailer may not have presence in a particular geographic region, and they can actually place inventory, say, on the East Coast if they have their own West Coast fulfillment center, and they can lower their fulfillment costs for specific geographies. FBA, the point, I guess, is FBA is compatible with your own e-commerce shopping cart, and it can be used on a very selective basis to solve very targeted business problems.
Yeah, thanks, Eric, for expanding on that. And again, your Amazon integration is set up for FBA, so let's take advantage of it. Second idea for the holidays is to take another look at eBay. Historically, eBay has been viewed as a good vehicle for year-end clearance items, but we should take a look at what you can do ahead of the holidays. In the fourth quarter of 2011, Mercent clients on eBay saw same-store year-over-year growth of over 100%. And fixed-price items are now over 50% of eBay sales and the focus of their fourth quarter 2012 advertising. eBay offers access to 110 million consumers, and these customers are not like those found in other marketplaces. Most of them don't shop anywhere else. According to a 2012 Forrester study, sellers are finding greater than 70% of eBay sales are incremental. Time is short to the holidays, and if you're not already taking advantage of eBay, getting products listed there for the first time could take some effort. So let's talk about listing a tactical selection of your catalog. And let's be sure to talk about Sears as well. Did you know that Sears traffic as measured by Comscore was up 66% to 15.4 million visitors for last year's Black Friday and Cyber Monday? And it's expected to grow significantly this year. If you're already selling on another marketplace with a standard Mercent integration, you're pre-integrated for Sears. We can take a look at your catalog and apply proprietary content rules in short order to match the attribute requirements of the marketplace at Sears. And a final quick idea. While they're not in the news as much as Google Shopping, don't forget about the shopping advertising channels. If you have a product integration with Mercent and we have tracking in place, it's quick work to get you up and visible with one of the top-tier channels. And these shopping channels offer network visibility across multiple sites, incremental visibility beyond Google and the leading marketplaces. So let's talk about adding the leading shopping channels if you're not already leveraging them for the holidays. So just a quick recap of what we went over. First, consider Amazon FBA as part of the inventory cloud and the other benefits that Eric expanded on. Second, add eBay as an incremental full-price, fixed-price sales opportunity. Third, access Sears with a standard Mercent integration. And fourth, leverage the leading shopping channels for network visibility this holiday. As everyone else has stated, there's no way to cover everything in 5 minutes. I think that was a little bit more than 5 minutes. So give me a call, send me an email, get your pens ready for a moment here. It's Paul Connors, area code 206-832-3978, or paul.connors, CONNORS, @mercent.com. And we can talk specifically about your needs and goals and how we can help you reach them. With that, I'll turn it back over to Eric so we can take the remaining time to answer your questions.
Okay, great. Thanks again, everyone, for your attention, and also thanks, guys, for the content. So we're going to walk through a few questions and answers on some of the topics that we've already hit today. And we're going to start with a question for Anthony. Anthony, can you just talk a little bit further about this new Google Retail Promotions program? We know that Mercent submits the promotions via our Google integration, but can you just talk in general terms about the benefits of the program?
Sure. So as we showed in a few screenshots, Google Retail Promotions will help you message promotions at a product level. If you think about the promotion text capability that's available currently for Google Shopping via AdWords, that's tied to a promotional ad. So you may have multiple products rotating an ad, and you may have brand restrictions or other restrictions that won't allow you to message a very granular but very targeted promotion. Using Retail Promotions, you actually send a separate data feed to Google. In Mercent system, we've built a process to convert that feed based off of retailer data, and then you actually apply information in your standard Google feed, linking this promotional data to those products. So you're now able to message product-level promotions and finally target those promotions to individual ads. So you can have promotions such as a coupon code, or very broad promotions such as 25% off a certain order value. So you can really message any very granular promotion and have much more control of overall display on Google using the new promotions tool.
Okay, great, Anthony. Thank you. For Dan, we had a question about our repricing engine. Can you just talk about the speed at which the software operates? Are there any limits to the SKU count or speed? And then included in the data that we collect and contribute to the reports and data exports that we provide to our customers, are we including named competitors? Are we including seller name?
Yeah, so to put it simply, for the first question, how many SKUs do we reprice per hour, there's literally, folks, no limit to the SKU count by which we can handle, or the speed at which we can pull back and gather data about those SKUs and where they're priced on the site. So no limit to the SKU count or the speed by which we can do the processing. And yes, of course, we get the seller name for the competitors on the site, and we pull back everybody that's eligible for buy box inclusion in a series of reports or one big file, and our account team and other folks internally can train folks on how to slice and dice that data. There's a whole host of other data points, what the product price is, what the shipping price is, and so forth, who the current buy box winner is if it's not you. And by the way, Amazon Retail to Seller is also included in those data sets.
Okay. Anthony, I'm going to turn it back to you for a minute. You know, I think there's a lot of question in the mind of retailers about the paid comparison shopping engines and their relative merits when Google Shopping is in the mix, you know, and is high profile as it is and high growth as it is. Can you talk a little bit about the importance of being present and actively managing an assortment on the other paid comparison shopping engines? And
sure.
Trying to jump in here if you feel Anthony missed anything.
Sure. So, you know, I think what we typically see in the marketplace is that, you know, we don't like to use the word comparison shopping engines anymore because they're really not a single engine or a single portal. Over the years, traditional CSEs, as they were known, have evolved into more ad networks. So now we really look at them as shopping advertising networks. So a channel like shopping.com allows you listings across the web, properties that you cannot list at directly. So with shopping.com, you can have ads on eBay. You can have ads on other portals. With you know, with channels like PriceGrabber, you can have ads on Yahoo Shopping. You can have ads on AOL Shopping. So these are opportunities that aren't available directly. So no longer think of it as a single .com, a single portal. These are now individual ad networks that by working with them, you have scalability and ability to list your products across the web outside of just Google.
Frank, any follow-on comments?
I think that's exactly right. You should be thinking about other shopping sites as other product advertising opportunities and other product advertising networks. All of the established and the large, you know, traditionally known as comparison shopping sites have networks now and are powering, you know, many of the highly trafficked sites that Anthony mentioned. It is obviously a very competitive market and a competitive environment, but there are opportunities on, you know, the major 4, 5, you know, again, historically known as comparison shopping sites. Certainly, if you're not on Amazon product ads, and you can be, I think that's an opportunity. And the other 4 major ones, which Paul was emphasizing, Shopping, Shopzilla, PriceGrabber, and Nextag, all have you know, valid opportunities. And again, acknowledging that it's a competitive environment, you know, they're responding as well with innovations and pricing changes and the opportunity to seek new opportunities with them as well.
Yeah, I would add a couple of other final comments. Again, this is Eric Best. So we, I think historically we placed some importance at Mercent on lighting up the 80th and 81st and 82nd shopping engines on the long list of the long tail of potential advertising distribution. And our perspective has changed a little bit. I think we do see that there's been some consolidation, but certainly in that top 5 to 10 channels, there's real opportunity to generate some material incremental revenue. I think the other comment is sometimes we hear retailers, talking about, and it's reflective of thinking about these channels as kind of a binary on-off decision. And the reality is that there's some subset of your assortment that's going to have sufficient margin, it's going to be a high price point product, and it's going to perform well enough to meet your return on ad spend or efficiency target. And then the last comment I was going to make is we don't have the slide in this presentation, but I know that we've been talking in our blog posts, and I believe there's a Deutsche Bank study on our homepage right now that reflects our observations of the impact of Google Shopping on the overall market. And surprisingly, we've actually seen growth from the top 5 comparison shopping engines as Google Shopping has gained market share. And so we could speculate on why that is, but we're actually seeing positive growth. And in particular, Anthony, which channel is it that we've seen the most significant year-over-year growth of late?
The top 2 would be Amazon product ads and shopping.com are definitely growing at very high rates.
Okay. So there's some food for thought. At this point, I think, given time, we're going to go ahead and wrap. There are a few additional questions, and we'd be happy to answer them individually if you reach out to us. But in the interest of efficiency and high-impact, high-value content here, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Again, contact information for Mercent. You can email us at hello@mercent.com, or you can call us directly at 206-832-3975. Again, guys, we're optimistic as we move into Q4 and the holiday season here, and we hope you are too, and we look forward to connecting with you. So thanks so much for your time and attention today.